Philbug9 here with another Minecraft video. So, yes, it is October, but unfortunately, because of my big move, I'm not really going to have time to do a Halloween video. So, my Halloween skin here that I'm using, which is kind of pumpkin themed, is Halloween themed as it's going to get this year. But I'm hoping I'll be able to remedy that next year after I'm done with all of the moving stuff. But also, in this month, as has happened or been the case for a while now, Minecraft Live took place. I, of course, did watch it, and the first snapshot has been released today, the day that I'm filming this. This video might come out a couple of days later, because I tried to do a different video for Halloween and it just didn't work out, so that's a bit unfortunate. But I figured I'd jump in, kind of address some of my thoughts on what was shown at Minecraft Live, and also check out the stuff that they put in the snapshot. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, first thing that I noticed actually here, just now when I went ahead to activate the recording, because I always open this menu so that I can move the mouse around whenever I activate the recording, is it looks like they've changed the interface. So let's see what they've done here. We've got the building blocks here. We've got, instead of decoration blocks, we now have nature blocks all sorted together. I guess these are all the blocks that will naturally occur in the world, it looks like. Functional blocks, just blocks that serve some kind of function. We've still got our redstone blocks here. We've got tools and utilities all sorted, including the goat horns, it looks like. We've got the various boats. We've got combat. Now, the spawn eggs of their own tab now. So I'll see about one of these guys later. And this is all our crafting materials here. Okay, that's kind of cool, I suppose. Now then, let's see if we can explore some of the new features here, actually. Let's see with the search thing here. What exactly did they add? I know there was a bunch of stuff shown at Minecraft Live. Do they have any of them yet, though? Like, I guess... Is there any... Okay, looks like there's no hanging signs yet. Let's see, what about the chiseled bookshelves? Well, there's none of those yet. Okay, major shout out to Exumavoid for this one. Without his latest video, I don't even know how long it would have taken me to figure this out. But the reason why we couldn't see any of the new stuff just a moment ago was because they done changed it on me. And I had no idea until I watched that video. Or the beginning part of that video. I'm still going in blind regarding most of the new features apart from this, but... yeah, you have to actually select them from this menu now, it looks like. So, yep. We'll be able to try out the bundles finally as well. Oh, that's cool. Yes, I know what I'm doing. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Yes, I know it's experimental, that's the entire point. I guess I was asked by somebody which mob I was voting for. Yeah, he ended up going for the sniffer. I did think about the tough golem, but he ended up coming in third during the vote. So, happy I didn't vote for the one that came in last. So, curious to see how they implement him. Hopefully they get it better than the Phantom. Because I still think they didn't quite implement that as well as they could have. Anyway, I'd like a more flat area for us to do this stuff with. There's bamboo right there, which is kind of fitting, I suppose, but... let's go ahead and just head to a desert so that we can see these new features and a little bit of an open area. Locate biome desert. I've been playing around with some of the in-game commands in different world, actually, and it's actually pretty cool what you can do with them. Now, if my computer would load a little bit better, then that would be great. I think I forgot to allow more RAM on this version of the game. That's why it's doing this. That's why it's taking forever. But anyway, this is a nice area. And what? This is a plains biome, though. It's like the smallest desert in history. Whatever. Whatever. It should be a good enough area to test out the new features. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing the bamboo already. That is cool. Okay, new spawn egg, bee, blaze. Huh. Let's see here. No spawn egg yet, but there is a camel. He's kind of fun. Is there like a way to tame the camel, or can you just put a saddle on him? Okay. Maybe camel taming will be coming later, but right now I need a saddle. Okay. Now I should be able to ride the camel. Definitely a fair bit slower than a horse, but that's fine. And what button did they say it was to dash? Let's see. Well, you can sprint. That is actually a fair bit faster if you sprint. Kind of wish I had somebody else I could try this out with right now, but then I'd have to figure out how to put the snapshot on a server, and that would be kind of a pain. But that's kind of cool. I'm riding a camel. What was that button? Let me just see. Whoops. Oh, for crying out loud, it was literally just the space bar. Let's see, can we get up here doing this? Nope. Okay. He's kind of cool, I suppose, but gonna be more useful in multiplayer. I'll just let him roam free over there. Now then. Aha, here he goes. Hanging signs. Ooh, they got bamboo signs. Aha, let's have a look at these, actually. This is something that I don't think they showed. But it makes sense that there'd be bamboo signs if they're adding bamboo wood set. But I don't remember actually seeing the bamboo signs. Definitely not the bamboo hanging sign. Yeah, I don't remember seeing these. Whoops. Well, there's that. And then if I do it on the side, there's that. Yeah, these are actually really cool. And then if I try to... I can't hang it off a torch. I can hang it off of one of these, though. Jesus. Okay, that looks a little bit goofy, but it does work. Yeah, these hanging signs are going to come in real useful. But yeah, I'm happy with a lot of the stuff that they did announce. Very happy about the Minecraft Legends stuff. That looks like a really good game. I think I'm going to see if I can't get a hold of like the Nintendo Switch version when it releases, and see if I can make that into a video, or possibly a video series. I don't know if I want to play through the whole thing or not. It probably depends on how it'll go, but that'll be for the future there. The game's not going to release until sometime after I've moved anyways. Well, this is kind of cool, just like a real sort of bamboo pillar thing. It's got like a hole in the middle of the fence post. This is really cool. I do like Asian-inspired builds in this game, and this, with the mangrove wood, would definitely pair quite well with that type of building style. I mean, I thought it looked really cool on the stream, but having it right here in front of me is quite interesting. Definitely got some ideas here. I would say definitely expect to see some of these new blocks in Project Pillbug when it shows up. I'm still building a bunch of sets for that series, but now that this new wood is coming out and stuff, it'll probably show up at some point in one of the sets. Because I definitely want to use this for some kind of build. Then, yeah, let's actually go ahead and place down some of the mangrove wood next to it, if I can. Mainly the trap door. That's kind of interesting. It links up to that. Yeah, this with that kind of goes together. Yeah, this goes together pretty well with the mangrove wood, I think. So, that's an interesting combination for you right there. And I do think that especially because of the whole situation that kind of happened with the previous update of the game, probably smart that they went ahead and went down the route of only showing the stuff that was ready to go far enough along in development that they were able to actually put it in a snapshot a few days after the event. So, I think that was probably a good move. I don't really like seeing the Minecraft community being so divided on things. Let's see about these bundles, though. Let's see, how did they actually end up implementing these, ultimately? I probably need a few things to kind of put into them. I guess, what if I go ahead and just fill my inventory with a bunch of stuff that you might reasonably have a lot of in your inventory in a survival setting? I guess, say you've got a Silk Touch super shovel like what I had in Pillbug Craft. You would get a bunch of grass in there, possibly, like for land clearing, a bunch of grass in there, a few pieces of iron ore maybe, and also, yeah, I guess actually, because this holds one stack of a bunch of different things, so, say I had 24 grass, 3 iron, and a few bits of gravel. So, if I dragged that into there, and then it's all in there, in the one item. And it takes it out in the same order it was put in, I guess. Or you can, like, right-click it into there, but it can't hold any items that are not stackable. Is that what I'm seeing here? Yeah, it can't hold things that aren't stackable. Oh. I think I got rid of the bundle without trying to open it back up. Whoops. So it can hold... That fills the entire space. I think that kind of wrecks the purpose of the bundle slightly. Now, it is nice to be able to, if you have, like, just a few random things in your inventory, be able to consolidate those stackable items into one slot in the inventory, don't get me wrong. And if you had, like, a few blocks of sand and stuff here and there, then Yeah, like a few blocks of sand, a few blocks of path blocks, a few blocks of grass or hay bales in your inventory. You could go ahead and use this, and this would even be a way to have mixed stacks of items stored in a shulker. But I kind of feel like they should be able to hold at least 2 non-stackable items. That would make them more useful, especially if you wanted to do, like, because this is something that I noticed in Ilbugcraft, is sometimes in chests, you could have multiple ones of these. And it would be nice if you could at least put 2 of these in one bundle. And that way your inventory doesn't fill up with enchanted books as fast. But instead, you can put them in bundles, but they don't let you actually hold more than one non-stackable item at once. I mean, depending on their crafting recipe, it might be a little overpowered if it would let you do that, but it seems a little underpowered by only being able to do that, or almost a little pointless, actually. It's kind of almost like, unless you're going to let us put more than one non-stackable item in the bundle, why let us put a non-stackable item in the bundle at all? Anyway, moving on from that. Oh yeah, the raft. This is pretty cool. And, what's actually cool about this with the raft as well, oh, that makes more sense, is if you think about it, the bamboo, I guess I need a regular book to kind of, or boat to kind of demonstrate this. This is made out of wooden planks, of course. You can see that. Pretty obvious that it is. This is made out of long things of bamboo, which makes sense because you can't get planks like that out of bamboo, because the bamboo itself is too thin for that. And that's kind of what you see over here as well, is these are like individual pieces of bamboo put together into a block. Like even the bamboo, quote, planks. See? It's individual pieces of bamboo put together into a plank form. So it actually wouldn't make much sense to have a bamboo boat like this, because this kind of looks like hollowed out spot made out of planks. Things are put together with planks of wood, which wouldn't make any sense considering how large bamboo is in this game. So a raft really was kind of the only way to go with this in order for it to make sense. And I do like that. I kind of hope if they add any other wood to the game, they go ahead and kind of take this sort of approach. Not necessarily a raft, for a matter of fact. I'd prefer that they don't do a raft again. But what I wouldn't mind is if all the boats going forward from here on out had something different about their appearance. Yeah, so no matter how many boats you have, all of these look identical to each other apart from this one. So I think it would be nice if they go ahead and maybe not all boats moving forwards, but maybe some of the boats they add in the future, if they add any more. It'd be nice if we have a bit more variation in their appearance, like we do for the raft here. Let's see. Aha, chiseled bookshelf. Okay, we're gonna need some books for this. Okay, now this I believe was the last thing they announced. It's got some redstone function and stuff like that. See, this village doesn't have a library, does it? Okay, this will be the library then. So if we put some bookshelves up like this, they all look empty, but you can put the different books on them and then you can take them back out. Of course, I just put protection 1, so they all ended up turning into that. You could write something in one of these books, stick it on the shelf, and get it back. Now what I'm actually wondering is what happens if... because they didn't show this. If you sign a book and then put it on the shelf, theoretically that should also work, but, yeah. Because these are supposed to be pretty far along in development, so they should have thought about that. So if I just do that, and of course, I'm not sure if I'd want to put any other data packs in to try this, but I'm actually thinking the Armor Stand statue book. So, if I sign and close, would that work with these shelves? So we put that on there. And then we can get it out, and oh, for crying out loud. This is like determined to rain. There, that'll foil the rain, hopefully. Permanently, now that I've set that gamer or false. But, as I was saying, that this actually looks like, if you're in creative mode, that's a very easy way to duplicate written books now. Now, you can just put a bunch on a shelf, and then you can duplicate up to 6 of those books at a time. So, that's actually kind of cool. Let's actually see what happens. I am kind of curious about the Statues data pack book. If you put that on a shelf and then picked it back up, would it still work properly? Because that's a special book associated with a data pack. Would that work or not? Would the data pack even run on a snapshot version? Let's find that out. Okay, so this is an armor statue book. Let's see, if we put it on the shelf, and then we pick it up, now we've got 2 of these armor statue books. So presumably if we were in survival, it would go on the shelf, and then we could come back and pick it up. And it looks like it still works. So yeah, if you got like a custom book, like done with command blocks or a data pack, these will work with it. Now the other thing I'm curious about is... no. They're not double-sided, so... in order to make like an actual library shelf here, you would actually need to do one there and one there. So, you need to make your actual library shelves 2 blocks thick if you wanted them to be functional. So, it's probably good to have this as a variation of bookshelf then, because otherwise building libraries that actually look decent would be really hard just using these. I mean, they do look really good when they're filled all the way up or even just partly filled. So if we had like a shelf there, it's fairly well taken care of. But to add even more variation, the regular shelves in combination with this are still probably something to be used. You know, like if I do the regular bookshelf that's not functional, it's just mainly for decoration. Yeah, I think they did the right move by keeping them both in the game. These do pair really nicely together. So, I think you're really going to be using both of these. At least I know I'm going to be using both of these in my builds from now on. Not to give away too much here, but I am planning to use something with bookshelves in some of the sets I'm building. So that'll be very useful for that. Now, of course, I am going to wait until the 1.20 update actually does release. I'm not going to go ahead and risk an unstable version with something as important as Project Pillbug. But those will... I can always go ahead and update one of my sets later with those bookshelves after I've built it. So, I'm going to probably be what I do. But I think that's about all that they had announced. So, I guess we should look at some of the crafting recipes, but I don't need this to be like a super comprehensive thing. I just kind of wanted to play around with the new blocks and items a bit here, and kind of give my impressions on them. So those are all the bamboo planks. And the bamboo, guess how's this made? That is a awful lot of wood. You don't have to use the books in the crafting recipe, though, for this, because it doesn't come with the books. You have to put the books on the shelf afterwards. So, I think it's actually a little cheaper to craft the chiseled ones than it is to craft these. Because these, you have to put the books in the crafting recipe. Chiseled bookshelf, well, you wouldn't be able to put any books on it unless you already had books. But you could also, like, buy enchanted books from a villager, and then you could put books on that. So it's actually a little cheaper to craft. This is probably why it's also not got a functional side on each side of the thing. Though admittedly, with that bookshelf, the original one, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense, the corners here. Like, that book there would either be extremely short, or this would be a very weird-looking book. It not having the corners like that usable is probably a good thing, otherwise that wouldn't make a lot of sense. So that's how you do the bamboo one, is the bamboo planks, just like any of the other ones. And the bamboo planks are crafted just like that with bamboo. And yeah, this does actually also mean that bamboo farms are now the best way to get wood for use in this. Because I believe those planks can be used just like any other plank in the game. You can make doors with them, albeit there's a very specific types. But you could also, I believe, since it's wood, you can craft slabs with it that can be used as regular crafting ingredients. And if it circles around here, it should, yeah, bamboo. That's one of the woods you can use for barrels. So you can actually use it in place of any other wood in the game. So bamboo farms just got extremely powerful. So I think that's a good change. That would have been very useful on Ilbacraft before we ended the season, actually. Kind of wish this was in the game earlier. Or while that was still running. Because then the bamboo farm that we had in that series would have been more useful for us. It would have been a lot easier to do some things because I never did get around to actually making a TNT one because those are kind of hard. And I didn't want to make everything go kaboom. Anyway, though, I think that is about all that was shown in Minecraft Live. So, now a little bit of other stuff regarding the channel. This is probably going to be my last video that's on a predictable schedule. I'll be making a video with more information about the move, so that will be coming out hopefully soon-ish. And I've also got a series planned on one of the Switch games. It's a bug-themed one, and one that I've been wanting to make a full series on for a while. So, hopefully that will come out well. And that will be being uploaded probably during the time that I've got my computer all dismantled and packed up. So, that'll be taking me through that. So, look out for that series. There will be more information coming in another video. And I'll probably start making that after this video comes out. So, that's what I'll be working on for a bit there. If I have any extra time remaining, then I might upload some other stuff, but I need to get my video content for the move going. So I've been trying to shoot for video every 2 weeks. That may not necessarily be the case for the next month or two. Now, things will consistently be getting uploaded during the moving thing, though, itself, because that's what I need to go record as soon as possible. But anyway, I think that's all the stuff that I wanted to cover in this video. We looked at all the new blocks. I did kind of say what it was that I voted for during the mob vote. And I talked about a bunch of the other stuff for my channel coming up here. So, I guess only one thing left to do. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. If you really loved it, consider subscribing. And, well, that's about it for me for today. My name is Kobug9. And so long till next time. Almost forgot what's probably the cutest thing. Camels lay down, and also here's a baby camel. Thought these were quite cute.